Welcome to Monroe County's finest. I'm Mike.
I'm Nate.
And here we are, once again.
Yep. In today's video, we're gonna finally get to ripping out the harness. Not ripping it out, but unplugging all the wiring on the LS. We're gonna get, you wanted the alternator off. We're gonna
power steering bracket, water pump.
Yep. And we're gonna take off the fan so we can get to the crank pulley. So when we finally go and get to the transmission bolts, it won't spin on us and everything like that.
Be a little easier.
Definitely. This is not twist off. Can you help me out here?
Sorry. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's get to it. Excuse me, Will. Anyway, so we'll take this off. This is the computer. We'll unbolt that, get that out of the way. We'll take the belt off. We'll take some of the pulleys, alternator. If it needs to be taken off, we'll take the power steering pump bracketry out of the way. Obviously the water pump, which is this ginormous helicopter looking thing on these motors. They're huge for some reason.
It's just a fan, man.
Shut up.
I'm not shutting up.
I'm explaining.
I'll let you explain.
Thank you. You can yell, you can pick on me later. And then all these hoses come off, and then we'll have a little bit more access, and then we'll start getting more stuff undone. So let's get to it.
Cheersies! Also, we're gonna try something new. A little bendy tripod thing. We're gonna have a top-down view, kind of similar to that.
It's a lie. Those are your beads.
Shut up.
Sorry, I had to.
They're not just mine.
Fair.
There's 3 ends for a reason. It's for sharing.
Wow. Yeah, and no, none of them are mine. I'd like to put on camera and on classification here. Not mine.
This one's
None.
curved for a reason.
That's wrong.
All right, let's get you hung up, and then
Let's get to it.
play some fancy music.
Oh, of course. Hank III, all the way.
Hank the Third.
Yeah, Hank III. What do you don't like Hank Williams?
I don't really know Hank Third.
Well, that's what I put on usually when we're in here and we're not recording something serious.
Yeah, but we're recording what they're listening to. What they're listening to is different than Hank Third.
Oh. Well, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Enjoy whatever music we put on for you guys. Enjoy.
So professional. Damn it.
So what did you do?
Shut up. I'm going in.
So what
I dropped an AC hose. This AC hose
Yeah.
right here. There's
Yeah.
2 bolts that go right to the compressor. And I decided to leave the bucket under there, and where do you think it fell?
Ooh, I got shocked.
Good.
Get to digging, boy.
I want you to know you were ruining my life. It's cold, dude. It's cold in here.
I know.
Oh, there it is. Oh. Just looks like I helped give a cow birth.
Is that like little bits of frost on there?
That's what that is. God, it's cold. Stop looking at me.
We need to get more shop rags.
Yeah, there's some in there. I got some more. I've acquired some. Grab me the dirtiest one out of there.
The dirtiest one?
Yes.
Alright. That will be,
That'd be the one.
that'll be dish one. Do.
Thank you. So unpleasant.
Oh no, it looked pretty pleasant to me.
Shut up. Fuck you.
Blech.
Yeah. Well, there's green under that red, believe it or not.
Yeah, I imagine it. Well, there's a little bit of it.
Yeah, go ahead. Once you reach in there and find out.
Nah, you did that for me. This thing keeps shocking me.
Good.
Is it because of the battery or something?
You deserve it. All right.
I don't know. Back to your...
Back to the time lapse, please.
Back to the time lapse. Your daily requested entertainment.
Come to the point now, we got a whole bunch of wiring and stuff undone. We have the water pump out. We have a whole bunch of other crap taken off. Right here is your fuel line. As you can see, they're nice new braided steel one because the other ones were rotten. And if you take these nice little tools here, these are like line tools. You just basically take them off, jam it on over the hard line, it separates, and then you just push it in, and then the tabs push in these little tangs here that hold it on the line.
These are the little
and then
tabs that they're
so the other and there's two different ways to do this too. I know you wanted to be over on this side.
It's all right.
This little
get a little fancy lens flare on there.
Yeah, so this little cap here can come off. Now, normally what I do is I let it run and then pull the fuel pump fuse and let it die out. But we don't have that luxury right now. So this is your fuel pressure line. You just push that to help relieve a little bit of the fuel pressure, which I don't believe there's any left because I think it all leaked out of this because this is junk.
Oh yeah, that's
so
leaking.
So we'll it appears.
Push it in, man.
I'm trying, all right? I'm trying. It's been a while. All right. So no fuel sprayed out of there. So I think we're good to shove that little tool in there and, so this little stopper thing here comes off. This keeps the line from blowing off completely. It's like a little safety.
Did you not grab your tool that you were...
It's right here. Why do you got to fight with me about everything?
Because you just had it. I was curious on what
well, here it is. I think this is a 1/2 inch. Yes, 1/2 inch. I believe that's what this is too. Now, these either come right off or they fight left and right. So I think the easiest way is to push forward, push this in until it's all the way in. Like
it's fighting. Yeah.
It's fighting. Of course it is.
Push! It seems like it's coming a little bit.
It always does, but it never does.
Well, she'll eventually get there. Damn, she's really fighting you, huh?
Yep, they always do. Well, and finally, with some liquid courage, right here, and a strong hand, I got it done.
Motherfucker, I got it off.
Shut up! I loosened it for you.
Either way, fuel line's off. I do want to point out, if you are going to tackle a big project like this of ripping an engine out, for any purposes, always do a couple of things that will save your ass in the long run. Tape and mark every plug that you unplug.
And take pictures.
Yes, plenty of pictures, taping. I mean, there's some things that are going to be obvious. Like some of this stuff is going to be obvious. We also took pictures of where all these bigger plugs go in for the fuse box. The obvious ones are going to be like your ECM plug ups. But everything, we got like stuff for our map. We got another one for an alternator somewhere around here.
Buried in 30 pounds of shit.
There's, yeah. But yeah, just do that. It'll save you a lot of trouble in the long run. Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's get back to it. Update everybody, because there was a little bit of extra stuff that we had to do than
There's
just
a lot of extra stuff.
everything up here that we had to do.
Besides this insanity and this nightmare, we did have to crawl into the truck and remove the starter. Luckily, this starter was replaced about 2 years ago, so it's still relatively clean. And really? You got a serious issue.
I got a lot of issues. It's sad that you're just realizing it now, man.
Well, anyway, so normally on a starter on a truck this old, especially if you live anywhere where there's salt on the road, these studs here,
your terminals for your starters,
right? They get corroded and they fall apart and they snap and the wires get pissed and then it's just a shit show. So luckily these came right out without any issue. And then
thanks to me.
Yeah, sure. And so once, now that this is out of the way, most of the work can be done underneath. Torque converter dust cover has to come off. The exhaust has to be dropped. And torque converter bolts have to come out. Bell housing bolts have to come out. Then we're going to find out what wire we didn't get and what's keeping the engine from not coming up.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. To be honest, we hit up a lot of the wires. I think we got most of them. It's just
there's a couple here, like this guy here has to come be snaked.
So this wire right here, we're unsure where it comes from. This one right here, this wire definitely led to the starter, which goes right behind this little plastic.
Yeah, it's like a guide.
Yeah.
Like a little holder guide.
Yeah, and that snakes around the backside along the oil pan to the starter. But there's one, like I said, we got to figure out where that wire goes to. But after that, there's not much.
Not much left. It's just a matter of laying stuff out of the way and lifting the engine out and So
getting closer. She looking good,
why don't
though.
you come back here and show the audience this nice view of parts we've collected in the bed.
Oh, yeah. So, because of our limited room and everything like that, We've been piling everything
Yeah, we gotta collect
in the bed of the truck.
Really, dude? It's leaking all over the bed.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, but
Come on.
brake cleaner will fix that.
Yeah, I know.
Plus, look at what you did. You're the one who ripped out the water pump.
Okay, that is a lot different than that. That is a dried spot. That is a pool. Kid.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know. It ain't your truck.
Hey! It might not be my truck, but I'm helping out with it.
I know. It's fine. Might as well be your truck. You can have it on weekends. How's that?
Only I want it on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Nope, too complicated.
Every other weekend.
No, now you're not.
Have like a weird custody agreement to it.
Now you're not having it at all.
You do not understand. I helped create this thing to be what it is now. It's like my baby, just like it's your baby.
No, it ain't.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I had a vision. You just helped me follow it. Bitch.
All right.
Anyway, I think it's time for more beer. This one's getting low, and
More beer, and we're gonna go for a food run real quick.
yeah, we're fat.
Yeah, we definitely are. And then once we're done with food, we'll come back and resume work. And hopefully we get a little bit further than what it is until we call it a night.
Indeed. Stay tuned. All right.
We're back from food, by the way.
Back from food,
Yep.
not back from beer.
No, that never ends.
No.
Until we fall asleep.
Nope. Well, depends where you are. Anyway, so this ground wire
I got the flashlight.
was right here. There's a little bolt. Actually, this little bolt goes right on the top, right behind the intake. It's like pretty much down in the valley, right behind the intake. It was a bitch, but I got it. It's a 13 millimeter, comes right out. And then there's a ground wire that's right here that bolts to the other side behind the head. That came off from here because why go through the effort and struggle?
We're definitely going as easy as possible. We're removing whatever we could grab. That's not going to be a pain to go and grab
This
behind
I just
the firewall.
right. I just disconnected this for now because again, if I can snake this through when the engine's being lifted out, shouldn't be that big of a problem without breaking it. Of course.
There's not much there to snake it through either.
No, but that's what's going to make it interesting. Anyway, so this next segment of this video, we're going to try our helmet cam.
Yeah, so we're gonna try mounting the GoPro. Thank you. I don't know why it was being a problem for me to remember what the heck I'm using.
I'm just used to it.
So we're gonna try mounting the GoPro to her head, and so you guys can see us disassembling not disassembling, but getting to the trans bolts that mount it to the engine and the flywheel cover and all that stuff. Where's the torque cover?
Well, there's that dust shield that
Yeah.
goes on the bottom of the trans. That has to come off.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to get that off is to drop the Y pipe for the exhaust because it won't clear it. So you're going to drop the Y pipe. That's got to come down. Then the dust shield will come down. And I'll probably either have you or I will hold this crank bolt in place while we take the torque converters off, bolts out, and just rotate this because it's just a little easier than having to fight with a flywheel tool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, flex plate. That's the new term now. And then once those are all out, then we can start removing bell housing bolts. And then it's just a matter of motor mounts and just triple checking where we need to get wires unsnagged from, like this one. Still nice going.
Hey! It's almost there, man.
I know it's there. I'm only breaking your balls because it's fun and it's easy, and that's what we do.
Anyway, we're gonna go.
Let's hop to it.
Yeah, let's hop to it. You'll see us underneath the transmission. Whoever goes underneath the transmission, Okay, I guess I was nominated.
I'll go with you.
Yay! No. All right. I guess I'll be mostly underneath while you hold the crank pulley.
We'll alternate if we have to.
Yeah, definitely. And enjoy.
This is what you call redneck ingenuity at its absolute finest. Taped flashlight on top of GoPro headwear.
Yo,
That's Monroe County's finest at its finest.
You, okay? This is how you're gonna see what I'm seeing. Because if not, then it was not happening. It works.
It does. It really does. Like that's.
I'm going in.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Ooh, got myself caught a little. Oh yeah. So while we're under here, hopefully I could block a little bit of the light so it's not glaring too much. But we're gonna be.
Move it if you want.
Yeah, just a tad. Whenever you get the chance.
Well, here's your 14. I'll move the light.
Appreciates it. Thank you.
Wow, that's right into my face, and I'm blind.
All right, so we're gonna be taking off this pipe right here. This is the flywheel cover, and then all of our tran bolts that are going up and around the trans that are attaching it to the block of the engine right there. Now, let's see. Does that fit? Oh yeah, that fits. Okay, now put the extension all the way up. Got it. There we go.
Look at that. I love when they don't move.
Oh, that's beauty.
Save that hardware.
Uh-huh.
That sounded like 2.
That is 2.
Cool.
And then we just gotta get the 3rd one.
Be careful that doesn't drop and hit you in the face.
It would be kind of funny if it did.
It would, but I'm not worried about your face. I'm more worried about the GoPro.
Fair. GoPro's a little bit more expensive.
That's fair.
Alright, well, this is gonna be... Alrighty.
I think one of them was a real bitch to get in because of the way it was angled. Well, that might be the last one, too.
Alright.
One of those might be a different size, so don't be surprised by that.
Alright. Okay, got that one out. Got one more in. There we are.
We good?
Yep, firing away.
Hold on.
Oh, here's a lovely gasket. The gasket.
Thank you. I think that's good enough to be reused. Doesn't look too good. Wasn't that old?
No, we just put it in not too long ago.
Yeah.
Well, technically you did, but
That one I did.
yeah. Alright, let's get these. How? Do we have a problem taking these other ones out? Or putting them in?
Hold on, I might have a fix for that. Just hold them up.
Woo!
There we go.
Alright.
Give her tailpipe a little tug.
So we got 6 bolts here. One here, and here. And it's mirrored on the other side. You can see the one here then. Once that's off, this will all drop down.
Was I right about it being a 15?
Yeah.
You know what I think that deserves?
What?
I think that deserves a like and share on this video.
Ooh, like and share.
I think
Forgetting
it's not too much to ask. I mean, it's you know.
It's not too much to ask.
I mean, I this is me talking, but
That would be nice. Like and share on the video for getting the socket size right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
and maybe the fact that we're using an impact with chrome sockets, that definitely deserves a like.
Well, your impact with chrome sockets ain't going nowhere.
Don't worry, I have a solution for that. What?
I'm calling it Betty.
Why?
Because Big Betty? Oh, she came right out.
That's why that thing is worth its weight in gold. Because the bolts either come right out or they just break right off.
Well, that's why she couldn't be called Big Betty.
And I'm really glad that it didn't break, because that would kind of suck.
Yeah, that would have really...
Put a little bit of a wrench in the works.
Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Now she is out of the way.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
This ugly thing. That really dirty in here?
Did
Like,
it?
It was not this dirty before. At least maybe I don't remember it was.
Hmm.
Oh, well.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, we weren't able to get to the torque converter bolts. No, not torque converter bolts. The trans bolts.
Bell housing bolts.
That's it. Bell housing bolts. They general facility, man.
Well, we didn't really get to anything. We did, however, drop the Y pipe.
Yeah, we dropped the wipe up, drive shaft.
Yep. This thanks to this man's voluntold.
Voluntold. I thought you were gonna say something about my hands.
No.
No. Okay.
Voluntold.
Voluntold. All right.
Voluntold.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we got all that squared away. So it's just removing those bolts that are mounting the bell housing to the engine, and that will happen in the next video. And also in the next video, we're going to be working with ripping the engine finally out.
It's gonna come out next time.
It's definitely it's going to be 100% determined. We already figured out, cheersed on it and everything. We're going to be ripping the engine out in the next video.
Indeed.
Yep. But
I think that's all she wrote for today.
I think so too.
I'm Mike.
I'm Nate.
This is Monroe County's finest.
Cheers.
Cheers.